Another Joao Felix to Aston Villa. This is the third transfer window in a row that Aston Villa have been linked with a move with Joao Felix. We know that Unai Emery really rates Joao Felix. I can imagine Monchi is all over Joao Felix to Aston Villa. He's a wonderfully gifted player, top level, inconsistent, as Roy Keane calls him, a fizzy drink type of player, and that is just hilarious in itself. You know, you can shake him up, he can burst to life, but he's inconsistent. But what a player he could potentially be in an Aston Villa shirt. It is quality. He's got X factor. He just needs a home. He needs a home, and he needs to be coached by Unai Emery. Emery would just unlock so much out of Joao Felix. He's just got to see it in himself that that's what could happen. So Aston Villa are linked with Joao Felix again. So we're going to talk about Joao Felix. I'd love to know your thoughts at home, how you're feeling now, because this is the third window in a row. So we know how good he is. We know his capabilities. We know that his passing is unbelievable. His through balls are great. He's finding space. He's brilliant. There is an absolute superstar there. But he just needs elite level coaching. And he just needs to knuckle down and progress and get the full capabilities out of him, because I feel like the capabilities of Joao Felix just haven't been unlocked yet. The loan move hasn't worked. In the Euros, on the international stage, he's sat on the bench. And for me, he's a player that is too good to be sat on a bench and not being an absolute baller wherever he plays. So Roy Keane's comments were funny because they are true. He is a fizzy drink. You know, he's one of those that we saw it when he was at the Premier League with Chelsea, burst onto the scene, absolutely amazing, and then just petered out a little bit. He had the red card, and it wasn't enough time to sort of look at him and figure out, you know, what's best. And then the Barca move hasn't really worked out, has it? Because, you know, they've got so many good players there that it's always going to be difficult if you don't sort of put in top-level performances consecutively over a consistent period of time. You will come out of the team. Look at a player like Ferran Torres at Barcelona. Again, another one that needs to play. He's so good. He needs to play. And that's where I'm at with him, really. I mean, the fact that I'd say the closest Villa got to him was in the January when, I think it was when Unai arrived. You know, we were close, weren't we, to that loan deal, and he just didn't really materialise, and he went to Chelsea. Last summer, it felt like our name just got put about a little bit. And maybe this is what's happened again. You know, our name's been put about again. But I'd say if we are in for him, like what the reports are saying, then we've got our best chance of securing him because we're in the Champions League. We can offer him a home. We can build a team sort of around him as such. So, you know, he would be a fantastic player for us to get. Very, very expensive on the wages side of things. I think the actual fee would be a lot, but I don't think it would be as much as what everyone would think it would probably be. So I think he'd be absolutely fantastic still, because that we all know that there's a player there, and with Unai Emery and in the Champions League and what we're building and how exciting our team is going to be come the start of the season, we're in a good position if we want to try and go for him. So I think that's where I'm at, basically. There's a side of it as well where I think you need to make a decision for your career now. You know, you've been to Barca, you've played at Atletico Madrid. What do you want to do? Do you want to just keep like fizzling around and just moving around and just be a hype player and not achieve anything? So I do think for his career, he needs to move away from La Liga, you know, and test himself in the Premier League again, because I think he is so good. And I think as a player, like, you're hardly playing for Barca. You're not going to play for Atletico Madrid. You're not playing for your international team. So he's got a big decision to make, but I'm still all for him because I think he's a really, really good player. And I think where he actually plays probably would suit us as well. I think you could kill two birds with one stone with this one because of his versatility of where he can play. He can play anywhere across the front line. So if Duran goes, then you could probably put him alongside in that number 10 with Watkins dropping into midfield. You can play him on the left. He could probably go on the right. So he's got a position that he can really play sort of like all over the football pitch as well. So let's have a look at his player profile on SofaScore. Right, so Joao Felix, 24 years of age still. So he's 25 this year. Right-footed, position forward. And we've got market value here of 29 million. So what I was saying earlier about his fee not being that high, his market value is like at 30 million euros. Well, 29 million euros. So in British pounds, we're knocking a couple off that, aren't we? So his positions are left wing and striker, attacking rated 75. For Barcelona last season, he had a SofaScore rating of 7.04. So even though he only started 18 games, he put in performances above a 7, which was brilliant to see. So he played 30 games, started 18, he got 7 goals. He's got a goal conversion rate of 11%, and he got 3 assists. His passing accuracy at 84%, 89% in his own half, 80% in the opposition half, accuracy of long balls 50%, chipped passes 55%. We've got ball recoveries 2.3. We've got successful dribbles a low 36%. Total duels won 48. Ground duels 48. Aerial duels 50, which is good. We've got his transfer market value again. Here is at around 30 million euros. We've got he's played for Portugal 40 times and he's scored 8 goals. So he's got the numbers there for Portugal, but he's just not playing in that current system. And here we go. We've got Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Atletico, Barcelona, back at Atletico now. We've got FBref. We've got progressive passes received, very, very high, 11.03 per 90, which is huge. We've got touches in the attacking penalty area, 6.22. Progressive carries, 3.87. Progressive passes, 3.82. We've got shot creating actions, 3.44. We've got total shots, 3.68. So those numbers there, the shots that he's getting off, the touches in the penalty area, the progressive passes received is what you're buying. You're buying those elite level numbers there. So I think there is a player there, but then the Villa in me says you can't keep sticking our name around everywhere because it just feels like every transfer window, it's like João Felix to Villa, João Felix to Villa, João Felix to Villa. And it's like, come on, mate. So we're going to do a pact here, right? If João Felix doesn't sign for Villa this window, whether there's rumours, links, noise, whatever, we will never do a João Felix transfer hub ever again. This is the last one if he doesn't sign. Because, guys, on Transfer Hub, right, we got standards on here. So we don't put Villa's name about more than 3 times. 3 times, any more than 3, and you're wiped off Transfer Hub completely. And we've never done this before. So this is going to be a new one, right? No more rumours. He's wiped off it if he doesn't sign. So it's an exciting one. I think it's an exciting player. He's quality, and we want quality coming in. And if anyone can unlock João Felix to a true elite level potential, it would be Unai Emery. So there we go. João Felix, you've had your warning. So you've had your Up the Villa transfer hub warning. Any more, and you're wiped out of here. So Apparently, Coutinho is close to joining Vasco da Gama on loan. Now, we did hear rumours that his contract had been terminated, but Percy at the back post is saying he's going on loan. So that is an interesting one. This Joao Felix is coming from Duncan Castle. We've got Aston Villa are interested in Joao Felix. There is a good regard between him and Unai Emery. We know that anyway. We know Emery rates him. So, you know, and then we've got Aston Villa considering the possibility of signing Joao Felix. That's coming from Dia Royas. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. I imagine, what do I think? How do I think the comments are going to go? I think we're going to be split down the middle. I think there's going to be Villa fans that are for it, and I think there's going to be ones that are like, no. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at, what we're going for. So we've got 2 transfer hubs today in one day, 2 big players. I know a lot of you from reading the comments of the first transfer we did on Gruder this morning that you're all buzzing about that one. So let's see how this one feels and how this one goes down. So cheers, everyone. Up the Villa.